serious?
Okay, so I honestly thought that Zhongli wasn't coming out for another day. Turns out when I log into Genshin today, they're like, hey, yo, he's here. And, you know, he's with his trash banner, yeah. So, let's talk about Zhongli and why I have no regrets whatsoever. Like, legitimately, Zhongli is too good. If we see 38,000 HP, to say that I have run this guy in Abyss, and I thought I had ran him on full HP because his shield never breaks, yeah. I mean, that's just a true statement. I legitimately thought my Zhongli was built full HP, and then that one boss basically deleted his shield out of nowhere. Like, I still stand by, I think that boss is just like, you're supposed to dodge it, which is why it's so easy to dodge, so you're not supposed to get hit by it.
Huh?
But because I was just being an idiot and thought Zhongli could tank it, yeah, bad things happened. But overall, I would honestly say Zhongli is the most use you'll get out of a character in the game. Because, hey, if I'm exploring overworld, Zhongli. Why? Because you literally just throw down his shield and you'll walk away from the enemies. It's as simple as that. Okay, I'm going into a boss battle and I want to repeat it like 7 times. Zhongli. He won't let you take damage, so your characters are never in danger of dying. It's simple. Oh, I'm going into Spiral Abyss. Zhongli. Because he's literally an invincibility button. Like, he is the most useful character in the game. The only bad thing I can say about Zhongli is the fact that he legitimately, at like mid-game or something, or around there, it's like, do you really want to run him? Because you're probably better off running a higher damage support so you can get that extra star in Abyss.
I can smell the failure.
That is basically the only time you don't run Zhongli. But once you get to a certain point where you're running, well, unless you're like a Nilou main, then you literally cannot use Zhongli. But let's say you run like Raiden, right? You could just run the full Archon team. Nahida, Kuki, Raiden. Kuki's the Archon, alright? I don't know why I said that, but Kuki. But yeah. And then also a Hyper Bloom team with Kuki. You know, Kuki, Yelan, and then Nahida, and then also Zhongli. That is a team that I constantly use for every single domain. I constantly use that team just for the domain. I legitimately have it right in my teams. Like, it's just right there so I can make sure that I'm able to get to it. Right? It's literally right here. This is the team that I constantly take into domains. Every single time I go into a domain, it's this team.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Even when I'm fighting bosses, it's still that team. Now, I get that some people might want to save because I'm assuming that the next 4 patches will have an Archon in them, because we have Zhongli here, then we're going to have Venti or Raiden or Nahida, then we're going to have Yurina, then we're going to have Venti, Raiden, Nahida, right? And then Venti, Raiden, Nahida in the next patch. So we're going to be seeing a lot of the Archons return. Now, would I say that Zhongli is the best Archon? I would not. Now, this is dependent if Nahida returns next update, right? I think if Venti returns next update, it's a better choice to summon for Zhongli. Now, you can save your summons and find out if Venti's coming next update, because we'll have the live stream before this version is over, and then you could just summon at the end of this version, right? But even if you do summon and it's like Nahida next update, I don't think you're like severely hurt.
You're gonna get shot.
Nahida, yeah, she's Dendro, and she's pretty, like, she's the #1 character in the game, I would say. But like, this is still Zhongli. Zhongli is just that guy. He is that guy. No matter what team it is, any team that I want to run, I can just throw him on, except Nilou. I mean, technically, I could run Nilou, just regular blue Nilou. If I'm running Zhao, I'm running Zhongli with him, because Zhao hurting himself, while it's not huge, right? Zhao often will kill the things before they kill him, but Zhongli definitely helps Zhao out a lot, just because he is able to protect Zhao when he's plunging down, is not able to move whatsoever. And then if I'm running Sinnoh, I can run Zhongli. I've done that team too. If I'm running Raiden, like I said, it's just you use Archon team or an Aggravate team, right? Hyper Carry, I guess you could get rid of Bennett maybe. That would work. Sure. And then Yoimiya and Hu Tao, it is legitimately just you run Zhongli, Yelan, and Xingqiu, and that I think is closer to their most meta teams. At least the last time I checked, that was their meta teams right now. But I could be wrong. It's been like a year since I checked. I just used those teams, right? And they work so well. And then obviously we have the Mono Geo team with Ito, which Zhongli is just basically a staple on. I prefer him way over Albedo because personally my Albedo doesn't do damage. I still have to raise him up a bit to make sure that I'm not just spewing out nothing. But I do have him at level 80, right? I'm not talking about nothing here. Eula is another character that I have used Zhongli with occasionally on. Eula, not really too impressive. I don't really like her and the way she's designed at this point.
Why are you the way that you are?
But yeah, Ganyu, another character. She's a charge attack character, just like Linny. And they don't have her resistance to interruption. I think Linny might. But Ganyu does not. You severely want a shield user if you're going in for Ganyu and you don't have freeze. If you're not using freeze Ganyu, you severely want a shield user. Same story from Hu Tao and Yoimiya. You can do the same thing with Diluc, right? You just look at all these characters and it's like, yeah, they function at least with 2 supports, and then you get the invincibility on and your team is just gonna clear the abyss without a problem. And a lot of people will say in like an argument against, you know, Zhongli, oh, well, they've added things that, you know, penetrate shields and like the Rift Hounds and stuff. I've used Ito with the Wolves basically a whole bunch. Now, it's very, you know, based on the character that you're using. Obviously, I think if you're going to use Hu Tao, then this isn't really going to work out as well.
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
But if you're using like Ito or Zhao, I feel like it could work because Zhao would just hit the Wolves and, you know, knock them back. You do want a character with knockback for this. Hu Tao might actually work because she does have that, you know, huge AoE burst sort of thing, but like Yoimiya wouldn't necessarily work. Compared to any other enemy that Yoimiya faces, I find that she works the worst with Rift Hounds. Rift Hounds are like Yoimiya's kryptonite for no reason at all. It's just because there's so many small ones that they always put like 10 small ones, and Yoimiya being a single target, like only single target, that really hurts her DPS. But yeah, overall, I just think that Zhongli is a great choice if you're planning to summon. Like, I imagine that Zhongli is gonna hold up for literally ever. I don't think that he's ever gonna go out of, you know, meta. Zhongli has never been in meta, but like, he's secretly in the meta if you just want to play the game and not die, all right?
Stupid!
Like, he's just secretly there like, yo, I'm here. Send me in, chief. I'll keep you safe. And he does that very, very well. Not to mention, I have been looking at this. It's a 3-star weapon. Look. This is a 3-star weapon you get from summoning. And it's his best in slot weapon, or sort of best in slot weapon, as long as you're just purely building him for his shield, which I technically am not. I probably would benefit from using Staff of Homo on him. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys, found this informative, enjoyable. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Goodbye.